Hey, my loves. Hey, my spiritually savage family. How we doing? How we doing? What's today's date? I don't know. May 14th, I believe. It's Friday. How y'all doing? I'm just sitting outside getting some vitamin D. Thinking, it's been a rough few days. Only rough because I'm not accustomed to not being able to provide for myself. So it's bringing up a whole lot of emotions, okay? So I felt compelled to share that because on this journey, you will be put in that position, especially if you are an independent person, um, if you are a go-getter yourself, and it's kind of like your faith is being tested. Are you going to fold or are you going to keep going? I'm going to keep going. I may cry about it, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. I just hate not being able to provide for myself in the physical realm. Being able to buy the things I want, to things I need, depending on other people. It's annoying to me. I never realized how annoying it was until now because I've never had to do it. So I've never had to rely on other people, but for the past, well, ever since I came back to Georgia, God has put me in a position where I've had to either rely on people and or ask for help, which neither one of them things have I ever been comfortable with. But I had no reason to be comfortable with that or even to acknowledge that because I've always been able to provide for myself. I always did. I started working at 15. I lied about my age to work at McDonald's so they wouldn't give me no rinky-dink 4-hour shifts. So I lied and told them I was 16 so I can make some money. And I made money my whole life. Moved out at 19, bought my first house at 25, started in corporate America at 19. Like, I accomplished some things, but never during that time frame was I ever in a position of vulnerability, right? And so it's all new to me. And so this morning, I cried because I don't want to have to ask people for help, especially those that know your situation and aren't as you are, which, you see a need, you actually fulfill it. You'll provide that need. But I am not surrounded by that. And I've not been surrounded by that my whole life. I just never sat still long enough to understand that and to understand why. And now that I know and I understand why, it's frustrating that I'm still here and I'm still having to ask. And so as I got up this morning and took inventory, shed a few tears, made my bed, I'm always thankful. Never that, and I'm never ungrateful. But must be some more lessons I have to learn. That's what I tell myself. So if you find yourself in a situation where it's not unbearable, but you're just, the time is coming and you're just ready, I understand. But we just gotta hold on a little longer. And honey, as I minister to you, I am ministering to myself because it is difficult. It's way more difficult than I let on. Like, I am fighting myself every day. Every day. Every day I wake up and have to talk to God because I want to be in my own energy, but I don't want to be in just any space. I want to be comfortable. I want to be content. I want my heart to be whole again. And so I keep saying I don't know if it's going to be healed and whole in the place that I dwell now, because that is the place that broke it. And as much as I try to be creative, it comes in spurts. It's not so consistent. I am fighting a lot of energies, and I feel as if I am doing a good job. Could be better. And I strive for better every day. But yeah, this retrograde is still kicking me. I have my good days and I have my bad days. Today is not a bad day. It's just an okay day. It's an okay day. Because I'm going to listen to some music. I've been relaxing a lot lately, my body-wise, which I felt was needed. Meaning I'm just relaxing. I haven't done no calisthenics. I stretch, that's about it. And it's not consistent stretching. I used to think that's what I called being lazy, but it's not being lazy. Sometimes your body needs to be at rest, and I have pushed my body. I've had no choice to. I've had no choice but to push it. So I am thankful for those that help me push my body and let me know that I am stronger than I think. Stronger than I thought I was. But today is an okay day, and it's okay to have an okay day. I'm always on 10. I'm always like, yo, this life is going to be great, and it is great. I'm always on 10. I'm always positive, always positive. Always. But I didn't used to admit that I wasn't okay. Today I'm okay. I'm just okay. I'm not doing great. I'm not doing awesome. I'll tell you to have an awesome day on purpose. But just in case you can't muster up the awesome day, I understand. It is okay to have an okay day. That's what I'm entitled is. I really be ministered to myself talking to y'all. Just knowing there's at least one person out there that feel like I feel, that's going through what I'm going through. That knows God is real. That knows that God and your ancestors are working behind the scenes to deliver your birthright, your promise. And we just have to be patient a little longer. It's coming. I know why I feel this way though, because I discovered that it was so unjust with the things that were happening to me. Past 20 years, I was confused. I kept saying it like, why is this happening? This is not right. This is wrong. And everybody around me tried to convince me that it was supposed to be. That's just how it is. It's not though. When somebody tries to convince you of something that you feel and know is right, understand, darling, that is called gaslighting. That means there's a narcissist in your midst, an undercover one. So I'm still coming to grips with my reality. I'm processing. I'm doing an excellent job, though, I must say so myself. Because if you knew me 20 years ago, you know, and you would definitely recognize the change. So, just know it's okay to just be okay. And it's okay not to be okay. So if today is not your day to be okay, darling, understand that is okay too. Cry about it, scream about it, go beat something up. Not a person, not an animal, not a living thing. That means no plants. Go crush something. I don't know. Write about it, journaling. I've gotten back into journaling. I love it. So if you're not okay today, it's okay. Just don't let it last too long. That's where the hope comes in. We don't have to hide from our emotions. We don't. We don't have to swallow them either. No more of that. There's so much things that's fighting against you. Don't fight against yourself. And swallowing your emotions, you are literally killing yourself from the inside out. Find a way to say it. Find a way to express it. You have to. If it bothers you, if it hurts you, if it pangs you, if it makes you feel funny inside. And I'm not just talking about bad emotions. I'm talking about good emotions too. But it's the toxic ones, the bad ones, that fester and causes illness and things like that. Yeah. Hold on a little longer. We got this. I know you ready. Hell, I'm ready too. But listen, God said we gotta sit here for a little bit longer, so we gotta obey. We gotta obey. I'm. I done had two things cross my mind, and I don't even know. I remember saying them a long time ago, but one of them was two tears in a bucket. Fuck it, and the other one was oh, I can't remember the second one. The that was the second one that came, so I really can't remember the first saying, but I guess that one's more prevalent. So two tears in a bucket. Fuck it. Hell, we can't do nothing. I'm talking about we can, but if you're on your spiritual journey, you are waiting, albeit maybe not so patiently. I'm speaking for myself, so I ain't gonna put that on you. Maybe I got more patience than I do, but I have patience, and I'm learning to have more patience. Every day is a testimony. So today I'm okay, but I always have hope for the next minute, for the next hour, for the next second, for the next day. So no one can take my hope away though, because I have faith, and I have faith because I believe. But I really believe because now I know. I know. I don't know everything. No. I don't claim to know everything. Not at all. But I know a few things. And one thing is for certain, that God does exist. And our ancestors love us and protect us. Yeah. So in my head, I'm thinking I had a journal entry that I wrote, I think yesterday. And I generally don't share my journal entries, but this one was important because it was a revelation for me. Because I believed in God my whole life. I have. Always have. My first memory though is when my dad was killed. I used to pray to God every night. My mom used to work the night shift, and I used to stay in bed up crying at 5, 6, 7, just praying she'd come through the door, praying to God. You know what? And that was traumatic. I know now, and that was a symptom of me losing my dad. So it was like, okay, now that happened, you can't take my mama away too. So I used to pray all the time. And as I got older, I never stopped praying because I started seeing and understanding more. But there was a moment where I thought I knew better, and I went against my better judgment. And the moment you go against your better judgment, God turns you over to yourself. Because going against your better judgment is actually going against God. Because you know who you are. But outside influences, people, places, and things convince you that perhaps maybe if you do it differently, maybe if you do it someone else's way, maybe if you do it their way, that the outcome will be different, but it won't. It will just be catastrophic because it will send you down a road that you never intended to go just because you made a decision based on someone else's judgment, not your own judgment, not your own discernment. And I remember that day I made that decision. I remember specifically. I remember. But I thought I was doing it because I was tired of things not working out the way I wanted them to work out for me. So I decided to switch it up, but I didn't switch it up my way. I switched it up someone else's way. I went against everything that I was, everything that I believed. One decision, and it didn't seem as important. And it was the fact that I was going to date a particular person. It didn't seem that important because, the way we're raised is as if dating is a game. But it is a game with dire and detrimental consequences. And so the moment I decided to go against myself, my own intuition, my heart, my being, what God put inside of me, He turned me over to myself. He gave me a reprobate mind. But then there was also help because there was black magic being done. 20 years I've had black magic done on me until God said enough is enough and released me. God did. Nobody else did it. God did it. But in my journal entry, I wrote, I've always believed in God. Always. But my life drastically changed when I called on my ancestors. My ancestors. And so it just leads me to think, why was that? I definitely believe in God. I believe there is a higher power. I believe there is a higher being. But who are my ancestors? Because my family is a product of slavery. So we don't know much about our great anything. Great anything. Nothing. So our ancestry matters. It matters, y'all. It definitely matters. And I'm just now discovering how important our ancestry is. I got 2 confirmations that they were. One was from Guru, Sadhguru, and I like to watch his trances when he speaks about the world and energies and everything underneath this sun. And one of the things he said when he was talking about America and the Americans was that because we didn't know our ancestry, we are in a situation we are in and then there was another person that said that I'll keep that one to myself. But Sadhguru said that. And I would love to talk to him and ask more about it. And ask more about it. My ancestors heard me, and I am just now listening for them. So if you haven't started, start looking into who you are. Start looking into who your people are, your ancestry. And I'm not talking about just your great grandma, your great great distractions. I'm talking about who your ancestry people are, where you come from, what tribe you come from. What's your lineage? Because I cried out. That's how they heard me. So in my logical mind, understand, we can't make sense of anything, everything. We can make sense of some things, but everything is not explainable. And my mind tries to rationalize. But I don't have all the pieces. But I did write that down, and that was a revelation. And it was confirmed by 2 outside sources. And one is a man that doesn't know me from a can of paint. But he spoke the fact that if you don't know your ancestry, your life will be difficult. A lot of brown people don't know their lineage due to unforeseen circumstances, slavery. So it's kind of difficult for us to trace back our lineage. But by the grace and mercy of God, my ancestors heard me. So I know my life is changing. I am a product of it right now, sitting here talking to you, because I should have been dead. And I should have still been out of my mind, crying and confused, discombobulated, disenfranchised, feeling unloved, unsupported, isolated. I don't feel those things anymore because I know different. I know different. I'm never alone, not at all. Never. Not never. And I've always felt that. I've always felt eyes watching me my whole life. I don't know why. God's grace and mercy. And I'm forever grateful. I do know we may find ourselves in situations that are not so pleasant, especially if you're used to being by yourself. I get it. I understand it. Hold tight. Keep praying. Keep praying. And keep looking forward. Keep strategizing. That's what I'm doing. So I'm taking this time to strategize. Strategize. That's it. Hey, my baby. Hey, handsome. Hey, baby. Where you going? Thank God for Lucky. Thank God for my cat dog. This Mercury retrograde ain't no joke. Process it the best way you know how without inflicting pain on others. That is the goal. That is always the goal. We must deal with our own crap. We got to deal with our own crap. Respect yourself. Definitely. And don't allow anyone to walk over you. But the emotions you are feeling are your emotions. Figure out where they went. Figure out where they come from. We got this. Love you guys. Namaste, Ashe, Mazel Tov. Any other words I come across that mean God loves us, God knows us, God sees us, Elroy, he sees you. He does. Keep doing good work. Keep doing it. Keep bettering yourself. Keep loving yourself. Lovering. Oh, what's that about? I don't know. But keep loving yourself. Keep loving yourself. Now my mind is on lovering because, like, I ain't got no lover. Not yet. I've been single for 4 years. How about y'all? Blessings upon blessings, y'all. I'm grateful. Because I ain't having sex till I'm married. It's dangerous out there in them streets. Spiritually speaking, I ain't even talking about 3D speaking. I'm talking about spiritually. Spiritually, it is dangerous because you don't know who the hell you sleeping with. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. I'm like extra careful. I'm a Trojan horse right now. Nope. Locked up. I'm so silly. Anywho, my loves. Sending love, peace, and light your way. This day is a blessing denied to many. That's one of the things I tell myself. I got people that didn't even make it to my age, so I am blessed. So even when we have those not so okay days, those blah, those oh gosh, we can honor them in a way by not hiding them. I'm talking about those types of emotions. By not hiding them, honoring them in which it does not inflict pain on another person. Meaning we don't want to lash out on nobody else. So you may have to self-isolate sometimes. I do it all the time. I do. You may have to self-isolate in order to process what you are currently feeling. And that's okay. It's okay, I promise. All right, boogers, I got y'all all up my nose. See you later, baby. Lucky taught me a lot, too. We can learn a lot from any and everything that's around us. He taught me a lot. He helped out big with my emotions, though. I can laugh now, but I was crying about it before. Lord have mercy. But I will say my tan is popping sitting out here in this Georgia heat. That tan is popping. I want to be in the Caribbean. That's where I be meditating. I'm on the beach in some clear blue water with a drink in my hand. I love you guys. So if nobody ever told you, if no one told you today at all, know that I love you. You got strength. Shut up in your bones. Release it. Enjoy, my loves.